hate puppies. It's a good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems. I just don't know what we're going to solve this week. I hope something comes of it. You know what first world problem I just solved just now? Remember to hit the other button to make sure that it's recording the main feed.
It's an important one.
That was almost a critical error.
After 300 episodes, you think we'd have it down.
You would think.
One would think.
It doesn't always happen.
I think other podcasts go through that. Actually, I know they do because I know I've heard them on like certain episodes where they'll be like, "Oh, we just had a great 30 minutes conversation."
Well, that just happened to the Teach Me Babe crew.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Chris and Sam, they did a full episode.
No, I meant, but like real podcasts.
Ouch.
Just kidding, guys.
Ouch. Throwing shade at like the only podcast that's still friends with us.
No. I meant like the big nationwide ones. I have heard that happening.
I remember that happened on Big O and Duke's, rest in peace. I remember they had that happen to them. That was crazy though. Like I was listening to a Teach Me Babe the other day, and
I was listening to that one.
And you hear Chris come on, and he's like, "Well, we're officially a podcast." He was like, "Brendan from Inside the Pallet House had told me, wait till you record an episode and it doesn't record. That's when you know you've made it." And I was like, yeah, that's official. I was like, "Congratulations, buddy." I actually texted him right after I heard that.
Hilarious.
Like, "Congratulations, man. You did it. You're official. You are a podcast now."
That's a pain that if you haven't done it, like if you're just a listener, you don't really understand the pain that is doing that, because it's inevitable that you've just riffed off a good, it could be 5 minutes, it could be a full podcast. Like it's always like, and you try to bring it back, but it's never the same.
Do you remember we did have to run back one after the fact, because it was in a moment where it was like, all right, do you want to re-record tonight, or do you guys want to all get back together another day this week and do another one before it has to come out? And I remember we were like, just do it.
Yeah.
And we all took a piss break, chugged a beer, got back on the mic.
And we weren't happy about it.
And it was like, I think we maybe redid like one topic.
Yeah.
And everything else was new content. So all of that was gone.
It's in the ether.
And it was the greatest episode we ever did.
By far.
Ever.
Hands down.
It was hilarious. But that's such a crappy feeling. I'm glad I noticed that though, like under the 1 minute mark.
Yes.
I looked down and was like, wait.
Hold on.
We're missing something. And
we are missing a couple somethings tonight.
Dude.
The throwback episode.
It was just one of those days, man.
You can always count on us.
For now. I hope. But yeah, that was an unfortunate couple hours. Like 2 hours ago, we thought we had 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And then we got one call, and it was like, "Hey guys, got a problem.
Got an emergency, can't be there."
It's like, totally get it. Then got another call, got a problem.
Yeah,
can't be there. And it was like, ugh. And both of them are like serious enough. Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, we won't put it out there, but it's not. They both have get out of jail hall passes, whatever you want to call it. They're excused absences tonight for sure.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no, I hope everybody's good.
Yeah.
Boy.
I hope if they listen, which they probably won't, I hope all is well when this comes out tomorrow for you guys.
Actually, there's a good chance they'll both listen because bored.
Yeah.
Waiting around.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody is good, say the least. You recovered from Super Bowl yet?
I did, man. I didn't. This was a weird Super Bowl. We never go big. We've always gone across the street to our neighbor's house, but they moved away. So we had another set of neighbors over, and we made food for 15 to 18 people, even though there was 4 adults and 4 kids, and we ate our faces off. And also, every Monday after Super Bowl, as long as my kid's been in school, and the oldest one's in the 5th grade, so 6 years now, I've taken off that Monday which I always thought was a good idea. And in hindsight now, it's not. I always volunteered at the school to be the watchdog the next day.
But you can't do now.
But I can't do it now, so I didn't do it. And this was the first year I didn't get hammered on Super Bowl Sunday. Usually it's like I'm off, I'm going hard. But I just the game was so bad, and
I thought it was the best game ever.
And the commercials weren't good. It wasn't an entertaining evening. I enjoyed being in the company of my neighbors.
Well, you got to see Bruce Springsteen drive for the second to last time.
Yeah.
that was hilarious. He did the Jeep ad.
Yeah.
He drove all over that little country town in the heart of America, and then he got a DUI Tuesday night, and Jeep pulled the ad.
Well, no, did you hear that was the DUI was in November?
Oh, it just came out?
Yeah,
it just happened to come out on Tuesday?
It just came out, yeah. Like they were waiting for the ad to pop off before they pulled it back. But I tell you what I don't like.
That's ridiculous. The police waited?
Well, I don't know how they hushed it.
Dumbest
for that.
thing ever, yeah.
But I hate that they put these commercials out before the Super Bowl now. You can actually watch all the ads before the Super Bowl.
The only one I had seen was the Will Ferrell, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that was a fantastic ad.
Well, I'd seen the Matthew McConaughey one, which was just weird, and
McConaughey was weird?
Yeah, can you believe it?
It's odd.
But it's like, come on, dude, you've never touched a fucking Dorito. Like, you're Matthew McConaughey, dude. Like,
I somehow missed half the ads. Like, I didn't even see that ad. I have no idea.
It was for Doritos, and you know he doesn't eat Doritos. I mean,
yeah, he's shredded.
And the Will Ferrell one was funny. Ely put out an article, a YouTube video referencing that. You know, the whole point of that was like, Norway, why are they so much better than us? And it was a GM ad, and the fact is, GM's part of the reason electric cars haven't gotten where they are.
If you go back and listen to our electric car episode, you can see how they have held it back every step of the way. As long as they could, they have fought it.
Yep.
And it wasn't until Elon Musk, who had more money, so it doesn't matter what you say, was able to kind of push the agenda.
Yeah.
Which he can push anything he wants these days.
Yep.
He just says the name of a cryptocurrency and boom.
Take it
through the roof. Anything he says is gold.
Yeah.
I think my new investment strategy is just to follow Elon Musk on Twitter, and the second he says any stock, buy.
Yeah, buy into it.
Just buy it right then, and then just wait for the Elon wave to come.
And then get out.
2 days later, after every other schmuck gets in. That would be the ultimate investment strategy.
So how was your Super Bowl? Did y'all do anything?
We went hard. Now, it was just the wife and I, and then the two kids. But, I mean, I shipped in Italian beef from Chicago.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
You know, my wife went crazy with all the stuff she had made, pigs and blankets and, like, all kinds of different
we were Marco Polo
in
in our spreads.
Dude, it was wild, the amount of food that my wife made. She had multiple dips going on. She's like, you've barely touched the sausage dip and the buffalo chicken dip. And I'm like, I've had 10 bites of everything on the table. I'm going to burst.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel rough. My wife went out to get wings, and she came back with full-on drumsticks.
Oh, wow.
And I was talking to her, and she calls me up from the grocery store, and she's like, hey, all they have are drummies. And I go, okay, well, what size drummy? Like, are you talking about the wing?
Wing drum, like the drumettes, like the little ones.
Yeah, I was like, you talking about the wing or the leg? And she's like, I don't know, drummies. And I'm like, there's a big difference. They're two different parts of the bird. And she's like, no, they're not. They're drummies. And I'm like, they are.
Yeah.
One is a leg. One is in the wing.
Yeah.
They look the same because they have the same job.
Yeah.
But they're different. One is small and one is big. And she's like getting at me. Like,
one's the one as a kid you wanted out of the bucket at KFC.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
all the kids want the full-size drumstick out of the bucket at KFC. That's like the kid food.
And that's part of the example I used. I said, okay, is this like a fried chicken drum?
Yeah.
Or is it a little one like if I ordered wings at Hooters?
Yeah.
She goes, I don't eat fried chicken and I don't go to Hooters. And I'm like, okay, is it small or big? She's like, it's the normal size. I'm like, you're not helping.
I can't believe she can't understand this.
She could not. And then she's like Stop trying to mansplain to me how it works.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm like, oh, come on. I'm not. I'm saying, is
You
it a leg or is it?
prick.
I know.
What a jerk. You probably were sitting on the couch with your knees like 2 feet apart too.
Oh, I was man spread all over the place.
Yeah.
No, this is actually how I woke up. Sunday morning, I woke up to my phone ringing. I pick it up, and we're having this argument while I'm laying there.
You're laying in bed because I know you. You are laying in bed.
I'm laying in bed. Like, please, just, is it a leg or a piece of the wing? She couldn't wrap her head around it.
I mean, I don't know how that's hard to. I don't see how any grown adult doesn't know the difference between that.
She had no clue. And every reference point I gave her.
And this is important because you need to know whether or not you need 20 or you need 5.
Precisely. I said, okay, fine. I'm not trying to mansplain. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just very confused that you're confused. If it's a leg, so like something like you hold all the way in your hand and you're still eating and not with your fingers, then I just need 1 pack.
Yeah.
But if you hold it with your fingers, then I need 2 packs. So I got 2 packs of legs.
Oh my God.
So I still now have another frozen pack. So I woke up.
So many chickens.
So many
legless chickens in your house right now.
Yeah, the morning started with bacon and duck eggs. Long story.
Duck eggs?
Duck eggs.
On purpose?
Yes, we'd been at our buddy Carter from Carbon Leaf's house the night before, and he has ducks and chickens.
Are duck eggs good eating?
They have more fat in them, so they're actually richer. They're awesome.
So, like, did you fry them, scramble them?
She made them poached, which I would have fried them, but she doesn't really like fried eggs. She'd rather have poached eggs. I wasn't going to argue because we'd already just gotten into it about legs and drummies, and it's just like, you know what? I was like, I think you should poach them. I was like, that actually sounds exactly like how I would do it.
My wife taught me the greatest hack that everybody knew except for me because I was always funny with my eggs. I always liked them scrambled like a kid. But the runny egg, when you dip the toast in it.
The best.
It's like, it doesn't get any better than that.
And my wife's actually good at poaching an egg to the point that when you burst it, it's got like a thin layer of like hardened yolk, but then the center is gooey. So she's got that down to a science, so I'm not complaining. Enough that I was sopping up bacon in it.
Nice.
And it was good. But like that's how the day started with duck eggs. Then it went right in. I grilled up the chicken legs. So I must have eaten 5 chicken legs.
Did you point it out to her?
Yeah, I said, okay, these are the full size. So this you hold with your hand. It's like, so let's freeze the other pack.
Yeah.
And then I immediately, I put it in, and I just said to her, I said, look, I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot this morning.
Yeah.
I was like.
On the wrong leg.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go there. And so I was like, I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot. I was like, can I start over? And she was like, that'd be fine. I was like, thank God.
That's nice of you to fall on that sword when you did nothing wrong except mansplain.
Not an argument I was going to have. Not an argument I was going to have. So I just gave her a kiss and I was like, good morning. and then she was like, good morning. I was like, all right, good. Where
are my fried eggs? You'll have them poached and you'll like it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'll take it back. Yeah, that's exactly right. No, so I did. I fixed the glitch right then and there. Thank goodness. But yeah, that's how it started.
Good on you for knowing how to play the game.
Food on food on food. And then I had desserts from Chicago. Like I had enough food for an army over here. And we went all day. And by the time we got to Italian beefs, I'd made them. And this was at the end, so we didn't even have Italian beefs till like 6:30. So the Super Bowl had started.
And all the snacks are already out.
We've been going through. I had 2 different kinds of peanuts from different places in Virginia, which I want to do a peanut off. I want to know who makes the best peanut in Virginia.
That's a big contest.
It is.
I mean,
especially
Virginia's known for peanuts.
And people here get seriously like no.
I don't know if I could pick one.
Freddy's guy. Like no. I'm a Wakefield guy.
I like peanuts.
Virginia Diner guy.
I like peanuts.
Yes.
I like all of them.
There's a lot of different Virginia peanuts. So if we had them all here,
that'd be cool.
We could just eat them and officially say, yes, that's the winner. I need to know that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's something we're going to have to get to.
That sounds like a first world problem we could solve.
That's exactly right. But we've already narrowed it to Virginia peanuts are better.
Yeah.
Now, what's the best Virginia peanut?
Do you have a leader in the clubhouse?
I like the Wakefield peanuts. But there's like 2 brands that I've never even had that people
tell you about,
swear by. So, and Virginia Diner's up there.
Yeah.
But I think Virginia Diner sucks. I think their peanuts are good. I think the restaurant itself is trash.
Yeah.
So big disappointment for me when I went there. It was all just salt.
It's a little underwhelming.
It is. I expected.
I mean, it's
things.
an institution, but it's like the restaurant itself doesn't look like anything.
No, syphilis is an institution.
Yes.
Not excited about it.
Yes.
No, I'm not too. I don't know. I don't like the place, but their peanuts are damn good.
Yeah.
I got a whole jug of their.
Their store's good. Like all
Yeah.
the knickknacks they sell, the hot sauces and flags and peanuts and.
Sure, I'll go to Cracker Barrel,
Yeah.
get good food, and have a country store.
Cracker Barrel, it does have great food.
Does a good job.
Yeah.
I wish Virginia Diner was a little more Cracker Barrel.
What do you think Cracker Barrel does better, like more money wise? The crap they sell or their food? Like, is it a restaurant that sells crap or a tchotchke store that sells food?
The only thing I know for sure, because I used to run advertising for them, is they separate. They have a marketing budget for the store and a marketing budget for the restaurant. So the restaurant actually had the larger marketing budget, which leads me to believe that the restaurant's the bigger draw. But it's not by much because they had a massive budget for the store. They make a fortune selling rocking chairs.
Yes.
A fortune.
Yeah.
Those little chairs. It's not just peg jump.
When I
games.
know what they're marketing too, they're smart. Like they're always right off an interstate. Like they're not
That's
10
their
miles
rule.
off the interstate.
It has to be a certain amount of miles from an interstate.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Place is good. But yeah, Super Bowl was
and it's a great design. Like you can't get in and out without going through the store. And if you got kids, it's like
and they make you wait.
yeah.
I've never gone in there and they've sat me down.
Yep. That's
It's always
right.
like
5 minutes. Well, we have the table. Let us clean it and set it up for you.
Yeah, they're gonna make you sit
Yeah.
there for 3 to 5 minutes regardless. So you walk around and go, fuck, I need a Raggedy Ann doll bad.
Yeah. How many people walk through there without buying something? You know, it's like, yeah, I need some old timey wax candies. Like you end up buying some crap.
Those are the worst.
I know.
You like bite the top
The
off
kids
the milk
love 'em,
bottle.
though. Kids love 'em.
I know. And then you're chewing on wax like
Yeah.
like a goober.
Like it's
Ridiculous.
1918.
Yeah, back when Werthers were a treat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still love a Werther's.
I do too. I'm an old man at
Yeah.
heart. I'm an old man at heart. But yeah, so I definitely ate far too much. And then when it was all said and done, and I had those Italian beefs, I didn't want them to go to waste.
Yeah.
So I ended up eating 2 of those.
Holy cow.
And then there was still 1 left over the next morning.
So you ate that for
So
breakfast.
for lunch the next day, I ended up
Yeah.
having yet another Italian beef, which was
Oh yeah, we were eating leftovers lunch and dinner for a couple days. Like,
I was making quesadillas out
Yep.
of chicken legs.
yep.
Because leg has a lot of meat on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. You have to hold it with your hand. Not
You mean
fingers.
the little ones, the finger ones?
No.
They're the same. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're shaped the same. They're actually a very tell that to the fucking chicken.
Yeah.
I think I said that line. I think that's when I knew I'd like.
That's what you stepped over.
Yeah, I think that's when I stepped over the line. I was like, "Tell it to the fucking chicken."
That's awesome.
She's like, "Mm-hmm." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I may have just stepped in it." I was like, "All right, whatever
can
you
I
get.
run that back, please?
Whatever you get, baby, I love you."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still laying in bed. Don't mind me. You're at the store.
That was it too.
My wife does that too. Gets up first thing, usually Saturday morning, and goes to the store while I'm still in bed like a sack of poo.
Yeah, I'm not a good human, so I had to walk it back. But I was not afraid to admit it. My bad. Let's start this day because my wife, I don't think she's ever said she's sorry to me, ever.
Oh wow,
Ever.
that's a good run.
Actually, no. I can think of one time, and I know it because it sticks in my head.
because it was one time,
One time. Whereas I will say sorry
all the time.
Oh well, it's just look. I don't want to fight. I see
No.
no value in fighting.
No.
Like, all right, sorry, and I calm down faster. You know, like
Yeah.
I can walk away from an argument, and I usually do because I
Yeah.
feel my blood start boiling, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna step away from this, and I'll just remove myself from the situation because I'm 15 minutes away from being totally seeing her side and
Yeah.
cooling off. Whereas she's 15 days away from still hating me.
Yeah.
So one of us has to get very yin and yang in this house. you
Yeah,
know?
your pressure relief valve's a little more sensitive, so it's probably better to let that one pop off
Yeah, I
first.
just walk away.
Yeah.
Because I'll go for the jugular. She hits a level and can maintain. I'll just keep boiling. I'll boil over.
Yeah.
And then I'm no good. So I as soon as I start feeling the boil, I step away.
You pull the pot off the heat.
Yeah, because no good's going to come of it. You're going to say something stupid,
Yep.
and then you're going to be in trouble forever. And I know in 10 minutes I'm going to be totally wrap my head around her side of the argument, and I'm going to be okay. So I've had to learn that I'm the apologizer. And then she's like, that's fine. I'm still not happy.
But the chicken wing thing, to go back to it, it's like
it's two different parts of the chicken.
You gotta admit to that, right? Like, what's the honor in dying on that sword if you're her? Like, just say, I did not think that. Like, I didn't know. Just say I didn't know, and be like, okay, well now we know.
No.
Yeah.
She will never say I didn't know. And in fact, she knows now, and I bet the next time she'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because she'll hold it. But all good. We ate a lot of chicken that day. A lot of beef, a lot of chicken, a lot of ducks.
What'd you think of the game?
Dude, I loved the game. Best game ever.
That game was garbage.
I know. It was perfect. Dude, I opened up one of those damn FanDuel accounts.
Oh, nice.
Because I kept seeing all like the...
Yeah, I had a couple buddies get in on that.
And I had said on the podcast last week...
Marketing hard, speaking of marketing.
Dude, hard.
They're everywhere now that it's legal.
But I'd said something the week before. I was like, they have no right winning, but I would take the Bucks. I did say with the spread.
Yeah.
But I took the Bucks with the spread. It worked out great.
Didn't somebody on the podcast afterward, weren't we hanging out and somebody
Ely wanted to bet me, but Ely did not end up going with the bet. We never like
gave him out.
We just never consummated that bet. So unfortunately, it never happened. But I got that FanDuel account.
No one had that. No one had them the Chiefs getting the shit beat out of them.
No, I just figured Brady was gonna do it, like somehow, some way.
You thought he would win by a point and or cover the spread.
In fact, the only bet I lost was
so you put a bunch of different bets on FanDuel?
Dude, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, Leonard Fournette, more than 46.5. Absolutely. Like, that's going to happen. The thing is, what I didn't realize is I was so in on the Bucks mentally that I kept putting bets on Bucks players.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I got hosed on was the one time I went against the Bucks. I said the Chiefs will have the lead at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
But then everything else I bet on was Bucks related.
Bucks heavy?
Because I thought, typically, in fact, my two first quarter bets were Tom Brady won't, their first drive will end in a punt.
And that you hit that.
Sure enough, 3 and out because Tom Brady starts slow.
He does.
So I got that right. And then everything else was pro outside of the Chiefs. I lost that Chiefs one. Then everything else I bet on was pro Bucks.
Nice.
And then they had that thing where they were like paying 500% on the money line if it was your first time bet. So I was like, yeah, I'll take the Bucks on the money line. And then I threw a bunch of money on the Bucks to cover the spread. Dude, I cleaned up.
Nice.
Like, I cleaned up. It was amazing. So now I've got a FanDuel account with a shit ton of money in it. And
not even your money.
Not even my money. But, of course, I have to bet all that money that I won on their little $5 like teaser thing. Because that turned out to be like $280. Like 5 turned into like damn near $300.
So they won't let you cash out.
I have to bet that $280, at least bet the equivalent of $280 on other bets before I can cash it out. But still,
I thought there would be a catch.
That's the catch. But that's not a bad catch.
No.
I'm glad to bet that money.
I mean, that's how poker games work. If you go to a poker game, most of them don't want you. They don't let you come in, win a bunch of money, and walk out. Like, they want you to keep betting.
Yeah.
Give the people a chance to make their money back.
I'm perfectly fine with that because now what I have is way too much play money. And for a guy who bets between $5 and $20, it's a lot of bets.
Yeah.
A lot of bets. And if I keep hitting like I do in Super Bowls, I'll be rich. The problem is I'm going to start betting on like the Bulls to win the championship.
Well, I was going to say, you're good. If I know you, it's going to burn a hole in your cellular pocket there on your phone, and you're going to be betting on like women's lacrosse and like anything they're throwing money at because you're not going to wait till football season.
No, UFC fights, like every single fight on a card.
Yeah.
Like, 5. I'm going to be betting like crazy there.
Dude, speaking of UFC fights, I saw the Rough and Rowdy.
Did you?
Me and my neighbors got my dad text buddies got it, it was pretty damn entertaining.
I mean, I love the Barstool guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you know Barstool.
No, I know nothing.
Well, Big Cat is one of the guys who was there.
Yeah.
Big Cat and PFD, they're the ones who do Rough and Rowdy. That's their thing. So you saw Big Cat there.
Okay, he was commentating or something?
The guy who fought JNCO,
Yeah.
that is their
intern. Yeah, Football Bill or something like that?
Yeah, Billy Football.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So Big Cat's the I call him the main guy. He's the Chicago show. That dude came down with coronavirus 2 days after that. So now, like, everybody at Rough and Rowdy.
Well, he probably got it there.
Maybe
they were
so.
in West Virginia.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
What?
But there were some good fights. There was
So it's worth watching because they're totally
It was $20, dude, and I got there late, so I missed the first 4 or 5 fights. But like, there was a girl fight where one of the ring girls got in and fought this other chick. That was entertaining. There was a little.
That's awesome.
There was a little person fight. Awesome.
Not familiar with little people. You got another word?
That's the only one I could think of.
They try to get you to step in it there.
There was one fight. There was one like legit knockout. Dude caught it on the chin, and like he tightened up it's like a piece of wire just straight up and down, and just went timber and just fell straight
No way.
back. Yeah, and like he was out for a while. They brought the backboard out and everything, but the main event was a big joke, obviously, as you heard.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that Billy came out and whooped his ass.
So no, not even.
Well, I heard JNCO kind of flopped.
Dude, so like they rang the bell, that dude Billy Football, who I had no idea, and JNCO, and they rang the bell, and Billy went on the aggressive, and he didn't even land a punch, and JNCO kind of fell down in the corner and just stayed down and waved his arms and was like, I'm done. And he's like, my shoulder's torn. They're like, during the fight, and they're like, he's like, no, it's been torn for months.
He wasn't even trying to fight.
No, it was such a scam, dude.
I love JNCO for that. He
gives zero fucks these days.
Always been a piece of crap.
Yep, he's a straight piece of shit. Like,
good for him. Way to work the angle.
Well, I heard before it even happened, they were like, they didn't even know if he was going to show up. Like, they were wondering if he was actually going to be there. So the fact that he showed up was kind of a win. But, dude, I think he cleared like $1 million. Oh, you just knocked all that beer. I'll get it.
That's bad. There's delis all over the ground. Everything just poured out. Tear down the fourth wall a little bit. Ran around to get a beer, and we've got everything in there set up like Jenga. Beer on top of beer, kind of precariously standing on top of each other. And I went in and grabbed a beer. And, of course, everything came tumbling out after. And Troy was nice enough to get down there.
You should have let me get you a beer. I was talking.
I mean, I think that's what we're going to have to do. But you were telling the story, and I was like, you know what? He's going to talk for a minute. I'll run over there. The production quality in this is fantastic.
This is when we need the other guys here. But, yeah, anyway. He should
My bad. Thanks for getting all those beers, Troy.
No problem. He made $1 million. So the way I look at it is like, look, dude, if you don't want to be there, just take a beating. Take a few punches. He didn't take anything. He bilked everybody. It's bullshit.
I assume he's still huge, right?
Oh, yeah, he's still big.
I mean, he's been doing steroids since.
He's not stopped that.
I mean, he's kind of the godfather of steroids in baseball.
Well,
one of them.
He's definitely one of the first, and you know it was funny because when that book came out, like nobody sued him because everything he said was true in that book. Like
it is hard to sue.
Yeah,
when you're like, fuck, hey, look, hey, take that needle out of my ass. I'm mad.
Yeah, exactly. But we were disappointed in that. But I mean, it's $20. Like that's.
The reality is that I get UFC fights because I want to bet on every fight. I don't know. I know who the top dogs are. But like all those fights beneath it, I look at the tail of the tape. I go, that dude's got more reach, or that dude's younger, or damn, that dude's from Brazil. He's going to kill this guy. That's about all the input I need. And I'm like $5 on that fight.
Dude, so the Rough and Rowdy fights had ring girls. And when I say ring girls, I mean busted ass strippers from down the street as ring girls.
In West Virginia?
Yes.
Yes.
And they came out between every round, and these girls were wearing, thong bikinis, and they looked like they'd had a couple kids. They looked like,
love that.
I mean, oh yeah, they were just trailer park.
I've seen some things in West Virginia strip clubs.
Oh yeah,
like I've seen some things.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not downing you. I believe you.
There was one called the Golden Horseshoe. It was a couple miles from the horse track, and we would go up over there.
The fight was in Charlestown, so it was near. I mean,
oh, dude, that's exactly where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably from the Golden Horseshoe.
Probably.
Oh man, this is one of the greatest strip clubs in the world because when you walk in, they got pool tables and stuff over to the left. You can go in there and get dollar beers.
Awesome.
Strip clubs are designed to take money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, when you don't even have a lot of bars out in the country, it's also the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
So the $5 cover, because that's really all you're paying upon entry, it's like $5. That's just an entry fee to get into the bar. A lot of guys go there. They don't even hang out by the girls. They're shooting pool, drinking cheap beers, hanging out. It's just a bar. But then on this side, it's a strip club.
Yeah.
And so you really get kind of the best of both worlds. Cheap beers, go hang out, shoot pool, do your thing. You don't see that often. Oftentimes it's like they herd you in. It's $20 to come in. Then they herd you in. They sit you at a table.
Yep.
All the girls come over and start trying to just extract money
If
from
you're
you.
not throwing money at the dancer on stage, the other ones are coming around trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah, buy me a drink.
Yeah.
Buy me a drink. What are you drinking? A Sprite. Sprites are $10.
Yeah.
Come on. Have a beer then. But like everything's $10.
You want a lap dance? No, I want to sit here and throw $1 up on the stage every 5 minutes. Like I don't want to drop $20 on you to dance for 3 minutes. Like,
yeah, and the girls in the Golden Horseshoe, at least when I used to go there, they don't take 1 week off a month.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. Like,
yeah,
they just we're dancing.
Yeah.
And there's strings, little rat tails, little mouse tails hanging. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yep.
And they don't care. And you're like, good for you. Like,
and they got a bunch of flaws and they don't care.
I actually
kind of dig it.
Love the flaws.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look at you, normal.
Yeah.
You're all right. Well, somewhat normal.
Yeah.
You're doing this, but it's a great place. I've seen some things, man. I've seen some things. Things that I won't even mention.
I would recommend getting it. Like, it was fun. It was a good time.
I just want to get it for the ring girls.
Yeah.
Might see some ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of fun watching two guys who don't know how to fight because you never know what's going to happen.
Well, someone could get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of people who don't know how to fight. You can get caught.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Yep.
Like you're lit up. So
it was fun.
So that actually sounds all right. I would do. How often do they do Rough and Rowdy? Is that like once a year?
I don't know, but that was like they called that Rough and Rowdy 3, which I know there's been more than 3. Maybe that's the third Barstool Sports one?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that they sponsored it until later, but there were always kind of the more general Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah,
that
there's
would tour
different
around.
names for them, too. Tough. There's one called, like, Tough something.
Tough Man, Tough Guy,
Yeah.
something like that. I had a fraternity brother went in one of those, and he was always, like, one of the smaller fraternity brothers.
Uh-huh.
Never a tough guy. Whenever fights would break out, he never got in the fight. So it was very odd
that he decided to do that?
To hear that he was going to do that. And he trained for it for a little bit. And, a bunch of guys went down there to, check him out when the local circuit came around. Dude, he got destroyed.
Did he?
Like,
what made him think he should do it?
I think because he was always kind of the little scrawny guy.
Yeah.
That everyone kind of didn't take him seriously. And then he'd gotten a divorce. And he was all bent out of shape. And I think he just had a lot of aggression going on. And he said, guys, you know what? I'm going to do this. And he
just
trained.
to challenge himself.
Yeah, he just wanted to do it. He was like, I've spent my life not being the fighter.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the fighter now in chapter 2.
Yeah.
Chapter 3.
Short chapter.
Not the fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he got knocked the fuck out very, very quickly.
God.
He came in there, and it was like he was just up against some Tasmanian devil. The dude came in and just
warm out.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, it's destroyed him.
Well, didn't our resident meathead do one of these and win?
Seeley, yeah, he loved doing it, but his wife put the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
She said that you're not going to be some, low rent fighter. And he's like, this is the stepping stone. I want to be more.
Yeah.
And, he does jujitsu. He does all that stuff. Like, he has the drive.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, the guy works out.
He's a gym rat.
2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I mean, literally. I mean, he loves working out. Like, so
I could see him in an octagon for sure.
Heck yeah. Like, he's built for it mentally, physically. He could do this, but his wife was like, "No, absolutely not. You got kids. This is not the path you're going to go down." But he was very serious about it.
I believe him.
I wouldn't fight him.
I wouldn't want to get inside of anywhere with him.
No. I'd love to be next to him.
Yeah. Behind him talking shit. What'd you say, motherfucker?
Hold me back. Hold me back.
That's
kind
right.
of situation. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I wouldn't want any part of him.
No.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, his wife.
He's got take his physical stature out, which is impressive. He's got that mentality.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen him snap?
Probably not fully. I've seen him upset, but I don't think I've ever seen him lose his cool.
There's no stopping that.
Yeah.
When that gets going, it's like a tsunami.
Uh-huh.
It's like all of a sudden the waves go out, and you're like, hey, something's different.
It's quiet now.
Yeah, and then it's not. That's very much how he operates. He's a killer. We got to get him back on the show.
Yes, he's a fan favorite.
Haven't had him in here in a while. You could tell some more murder stories.
Yeah, maybe he's on the lam.
I don't think so. I think he's just working and hanging out because he hits us up every week,
Yep.
Hey, what are we doing this weekend?
Yep.
Nothing. You guys suck. And then he's off to whatever it is he does.
It's like you're saying the Marco Polo live. I mean,
that's basically it. That's the entire. There, I just gave you the whole script of the weekly conversation we get to have with Sealy. You guys are pussies. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah. Have a good week.
Still figuring that out.
At least he still hits us up.
Yeah.
There's always that point of diminishing returns with friends where you get married.
Yeah.
And then you stop. They keep inviting you places and you don't go, and they keep inviting you and you don't go, and then one day they just don't invite you.
Yeah.
And you don't notice it when it happens, and then it's 6 months later, and you're like, huh, nobody's called me.
Yeah.
So you have to I think a good rule of thumb is you got to go to 20% of the things.
Yeah.
Because that keeps them coming back.
Well, I always try to make an effort. If I can, I'm on a whim. I went out and grabbed beers with 2 of my buddies last night. It was a last-second thing. I don't see him a lot. And did I want to go out on Wednesday night and have a couple beers? Not really.
No.
I wanted to stay my ass at home. But it was fun. Rode out, had a couple beers at Hardywood, and came home. It wasn't a problem. It was good to see him, good to catch up.
And that's not going out getting crazy.
No. We I got there at 6 and left at 8. It was not.
Woo, wild man.
3 beers.
Wild man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And it shouldn't be hard.
I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
I have been a mess. I have been so cooped up in this house, and I don't think I realized I've been aware, but I haven't been fully aware of how debilitating the staying at home has been getting for me.
Yeah, you were a little out of it last week. We talked about it before and after, but we never got into it on the show.
Yeah, I didn't know how much I wanted to talk about it, but honestly, I was kind of in a dark place, and I didn't realize how far it had gotten. And I think a big part of it is because, the kids have been home.
Yes.
And so the kids haven't been going to school. So I've been needed. I've had a role to fulfill within the house. Not only am I working and I'm busy with work, but
you haven't been alone either.
But yeah. And then I have 2 other souls in the house. My wife's been gone all the time because she's, her work requires her to constantly be going to work. So she's always had to go to work. So now she's got the vaccine. So she's like, I'm free.
Yeah.
Right. In some respects, she's like, I'm free. I made it. I beat COVID.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I think that must feel. I don't know. Because I'm 1Q is kind of where it.
Yeah, I've gotten 1 shot, but I don't feel any more or less free than I already did.
But you always felt kind of free because you were
I had
going
to go to
work.
work. Yeah, I mean, I've been going places and going to work the entire time.
That's the thing.
You have not.
I never went to work.
No.
And remember, I was a guy who flew all over the country.
Yeah.
I was always gone, always
Every
on
2
the
weeks
road.
you flew somewhere.
Or every week.
Or
yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, and if you weren't flying, you were driving a long distance.
I was always somewhere.
Yeah.
It's always seeing something, doing something, around people. The social dude. And then all of a sudden, one day they said, "Stop. I'll let you know when you can go." Well, that's been.
Ever think you'll go back to that with your job?
I wonder if it's ever going to be as severe.
Yeah, I don't think it will, honestly.
Because in some respects, I was doing like 3 or 4 like critical meetings a week, but it would take travel days and get places. So you have these like 3 or 4 meetings that mean a lot. Well, now I'm like 15 meetings a week that are
you're
like
killing
significant.
it. Yeah.
So I'm a lot more efficient.
For
I probably
sure.
cost the company a lot
Way less. I mean,
so
to fly you and put you up somewhere has got to be thousands of dollars.
So you got to think companies are probably all over the world going, "Hey, we're maintaining and we're saving all of this."
Yeah.
Now, I'm not privy to the real numbers across the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Like maybe numbers are down because we're not doing that stuff.
maybe
Maybe it's
ads are
more
down. Yeah,
effective.
maybe-
Yeah, who knows? So that'll all play into how much I'm on the road down the road. But it's been very interesting that I've just been sitting my ass at home. And I've had those kids at least to keep me grounded.
Yeah.
Well, the kids are back in school.
Yep.
So now it's like I wake up, and I've been doing the same routine. I wake up, go downstairs, get coffee, come upstairs, sit in front of my computer, only get up to pee and eat a sandwich. And then you're back in front of the computer. And I would do that all day, but at least I had the kids making noise. I could go downstairs, see them, talk to them, interact with somebody.
Go have lunch with them.
Every day, had
Yeah.
lunch with them. I had a purpose. Now it's like I just wake up, go get that coffee, sit in the house by myself. The kids are gone. The wife is gone. The dog sits there depressed. He doesn't even come in my room because he's like, "You're fucking depressed."
Yeah, he's like, "You make me fucking sad, dude. I'm out."
Dude, it did not take long to realize how little of a thread I was hanging on by.
Yeah.
Because I started snapping immediately, like seriously depressed, like not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to do anything. It was crazy, man. Like I felt really crappy.
I could tell last week. So you feel any better now?
Yeah, because I've started. Now I'm working out more.
Yeah.
That's part of SuperBowl. I always start dieting and working out after SuperBowl. That's always my.
Yeah.
Everyone else has Jan 1.
That's the worst time.
I'm a Feb 7 guy.
Yeah.
Like whenever that is, whatever SuperBowl is, like
Yeah.
the next day. But what I found really just helps me is I snapped one day and I like put an hour on my calendar so no one would put a meeting there, and I just left the house, which was like whole new world. I was like, look at me driving a car. Like, what a big boy. And like got out and did some stuff. And now I'm just forcing myself to be like, go.
You need to do that.
Go do something.
Because I could tell you, like, my job takes me into a lot of weird facilities, weird buildings, and I always think about this. I go in a lot of office buildings. I go in a lot of schools. I go in a lot of prisons. I go in a lot of different types of places. Warehouses. I go in all the places, and I see you doing your job.
Yeah.
And I go in these office cube farms. I see these people, and I go into the prisons, and I go, these prisoners have more freedom of movement in a given day than someone like you or someone that works in one of these cube farms. Like, these people sit in their office all day long, where the prisoners don't even have to live like that.
Damn, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting outside. Like, no one forces me to go outside.
Well, they
so
might not go outside, but like most of them aren't confined to their cell all day. They can go. They're confined to a space, but they can get out and interact with other people. They'll go to the cafeteria and eat. They'll have jobs. A lot of them have jobs. They go work in a plant. They go do this. They go do that. But they're physically moving about more in a given day than people that work a lot of office jobs.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And
or seeing anything.
And when I had the kind of the purpose of like being around the kids, like it just helped because I I felt like I was fulfilling my duty, but the whole time I knew I was like sad because everyone's sad, right? I mean, you're stuck at home. Everyone's been sad and depressed. I started getting like depressed.
Plus, this weather doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help that it's the dead of winter as this happens.
And it's just been wet and cold and dark and.
Yeah, I could feel myself spiraling though, and I was noticing like when it's hard to get out of bed, you're like, ooh,
yeah,
that's not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
So, I've been leaning into doing more, and I think this podcast. I know I talked about it really early on when we were doing this, like the importance of our listeners being able to interact and us being able to interact with them because it helped everybody.
Yep.
This has been the only thing. It's like that's been helping.
Yeah.
That little outlet. I need to do more.
Couple hours every week. It was all you had.
Yeah. I need to do more stuff. But it's like it's just kind of crazy. The wife is free. She's got the vaccine. She's moving about. Kids are gone. And I'm like, I still feel very much in my mask. I can't go that. Can't go there. Like my wife's like, hey, I'm going to do girls' weekend. Yeah, have fun.
Have fun. I'll be here with the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
We'll get there. At least I'm cognizant. I think a lot of people who end up with like serious mental illness, they're not cognizant of the spiral.
No.
I saw the spiral start, and that's like my saving grace. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, that's huge.
I need to get off my ass. Like, I'm starting to fucking feel sad.
Yeah.
About things that shouldn't make you sad.
Yeah.
Like,
and you like feeling sad.
Unfortunately, I enjoy feeling sad.
But you don't like feeling that kind of sad.
It's different.
Yes.
I like a little sadness. I like an underlying sadness in everything I do because I'm Irish. I like having that little bit of sadness so that when I feel good, I know I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know why. I like slow music. No, it was different. It was like you're not even feeling sadness. You're just, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
You're not.
I get it.
You're just in a place of sadness.
You're
not feeling sadness and experiencing joy. You're just sad.
Yeah, you're in a funk.
And the funk was growing.
Yeah.
The nothing.
Yeah.
It was coming.
Like the never-ending story was taking over.
That's exactly right. It's like, you got to come out of the swamp.
Yeah.
I felt. What was that horse's name? It was Atreyu.
Atreyu
was
Artex. Artex, yeah.
And he's like, Artex, come on. I felt like Artex, and I was
there.
like, fuck this. Don't let this sadness. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm good. I'm good sinking in the swamp.
Like, you're only halfway up. I'll just stand here until it's all the way up.
Yeah, well, sooner or later I'll just be gone, and then no more pain.
That's right.
That's a shitty way to look at it.
That is.
And I'm spending, like, you spend your days upstairs on the computer. Then it's like you come home, you see the wife and the kids for an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's like they're all in bed, and I'm just watching TV.
Yep.
Oh, horrible. Horrible. Well, I figured it out. I'm pulling myself up by the bootstraps.
You can always hit me up. Which we did that.
I did.
We did that.
Did.
We did a little Marco Polo hangout the other night.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm feeling pretty shitty." No, I'm not scared to talk about it. That's the other thing. I think a lot of people don't recognize it, and they're embarrassed to talk about it. I'm not embarrassed to talk about anything.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, "Hey, man. So like, I hate myself right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that." And like, you figure it out. You pull your head out of your ass.
That's all you can do.
Working towards it.
I'm just crossing my fingers, just counting down the days. You know, St. Patrick's Day is always just in my mind. St. Patrick's Day is the start.
Beginning of spring?
Spring.
I agree.
The sun's coming out, daylight savings time. It's getting warmer. So I'm like just counting down to St. Patrick's Day. Like, can we please get there and please have some normalcy come about?
There you go.
Because that'll be a full year of this shit show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when it shut down. Because I remember that because my wife's birthday is right before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And that was like the last thing we did.
Yep.
It was like all hung out on her birthday. And then it was like, it was over.
Gone.
It was over. They shut everything down. My hair got long. Now my hair's weird. My mustache is still strong, but now has a beard around it.
Yeah.
Which this mustache, having a big, thick mustache and like a trim beard, looks horrible on Zoom calls.
Oh, really?
Horrible. All I see is this big parted mustache.
Why do you keep trimming your beard?
I like the giant mustache.
Okay.
I like it. I just don't know how professional it is. But I'm like, I need a lower def camera.
I haven't trimmed my beard or my mustache.
I need like a 420p, not like, I've got like high def camera and it's like, oh,
I need
God.
like one of those filters that like softens everything.
Put a little Vaseline on the
there you
webcam
go.
and be like, oh, sorry guys, bad connection.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I might just Vaseline up the camera.
Yeah, just make sure they don't see you dipping your finger in the Vaseline and putting on it, because that would look weird.
As opposed to just what I am now. Just this giant mustache.
It just would look awkward, like, what's he doing with the Vaseline?
Why does he have Vaseline on his desk? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't know I was on camera. Dude, we should do a deli.
We have one.
We got one from a listener today, man. Our buddy Billy came through big.
Yeah, man. Billy hooked us up, and he's going to be disappointed to know that Stu and Ely aren't here, because he really wanted Ely to try this, and he thought Stu would like the marketing. So
let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, no. Victory.
Didn't we do a victory recently and not like it?
Woo. Did you just drop an ill-timed fart?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then this beer smells horrible. I haven't even opened it, and I'm like, whoa, it smells bad in here. Yeah, we did the victory. We did that Golden Monkey. I hate that Golden Monkey beer.
Yeah, nobody liked that, right?
No, it got one of the lowest scores ever. It was above the DKML, which is kind of the barometer for worst beer ever.
Yeah.
But it was trending. It's trending in that direction, but all right, we've got a victory. It's the Cosmic Connection. Oh, sour New England style double IPA.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
8.0. So he says he likes it, and he said that the double IPA is what got him. Usually he's not a double IPA guy, and he just said it just finished clean, and he liked it. So let's see what's it say on the back here. The big DIPA.
This sucks.
The Big Dipper. The connection between Victory and 6 Point continues as we evolve our collaborative
so it's
sour.
It's a collab, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sour New England style double IPA to Cosmic Heights. This time, our brewer selected CTZ Idaho 7 and Strata hops.
I haven't tried it yet.
A flavor that's out of this world.
Crack that and smell it. It's very interesting. It smells like an IPA, but you know there's sour there. In fact, my mouth started watering when I smelled it.
Oh yeah,
you can tell that it's IPA and sour. This is going to be. This is what Victory does. They dance in all the places they shouldn't dance. Let's hope they got it right this time.
Well, 8.0 is pretty high octane, so kind of interested. It's got a hop on it that's got stars on it, like in Constellation. So let's see how this goes.
That's weird, dude. Don't pass judgment on that first sip, like any sour. You know, you got to let your body change.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
I am going to have a hard time passing judgment for at least a minute. Because there is...
For sure.
There is a lot going on in there. The hops are very bitey.
Yeah.
Mixing with all that sour. This is a strange beer.
The sour does a good job cutting through all those hops.
It's a strange combo.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think immediately I need more sour IPAs in my life.
Yeah.
That was my initial reaction was, why haven't more people done this?
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a good example of it, but the concept's dope.
That's pretty damn interesting.
It's real interesting. Is it good? I don't know. I'm not there yet. The fact that I'm drinking it as quickly as I am, and it's an 8%,
Yeah.
it's problematic. That much is certain.
We will have to keep a couple of these because I would like the other guys to try them.
Yeah, this is going to be tough because this is only 2 scores to aggregate here.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I can't go yet.
Okay.
I'm still fighting through it. There's a saltiness to it. There's a sourness.
Yeah.
There's a bite of hops going on. It actually leaves a sour aftertaste more so than a hop aftertaste. I apologize. Did a minor belch there in the microphone. I apologize to the listeners for that. Huh. Okay. I've gotten through the sour. I'm now tasting the beer. It's really hard to categorize that.
Yeah.
Really hard. I'm going to take one more hit.
Well, in its defense, it's exactly what it says it is. Right? I mean, it's a sour double IPA.
Okay.
It's a lot to unpack here.
There is a lot to unpack here. So, as I hit that, I don't know. Strangely, I taste cherries.
Yeah.
Because of the way the sour is hitting with the citrusy of the hop.
Billy mentioned cherries.
Did he really?
He did. He said it. He said it's fruity, and he said it depends on what you think of. You can kind of almost pull out any flavor.
You could say strawberries or cherries.
Yep.
But the tartness is going to take me to cherry.
Yeah.
That's a cherry.
Yeah.
Even though it's not.
No.
I kind of agree with what he's saying, because that's not a cherry, but it's the closest thing I can think. It finishes with a deep sour, so it's almost like not a maraschino cherry, but a black cherry. Are cherries black?
Well, there's black cherries. They're dark red, but they're not black.
But I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So that dark cherry with the pit in it,
Yep.
That's what I'm dealing with here. In that respect, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the concept here, having a little sour mixed in with the hop. The hop only hits for a second, and then the sour runs with it. It's almost like if Sour Patch Kids came out with cherry hop, without adding cherry, because they didn't add any fruits to this. I didn't make any mention of it, at least.
No.
Yeah, so cherry hop, that's what I'm dealing with here, is a cherry Sour Patch Hop Kid. I really like it, but I don't know if I want to drink them. That's where I am. I really like the flavor, though. I like how it's leaving this funky, it's a funky tartness in my mouth, which is kind of exciting.
To me, though, it's clean.
It is. Okay. I don't like the fact that it's 8%. It's an ass kicker.
Yeah.
Hidden in a sour hop.
Yeah. You could get over your skis on this thing quickly.
I'm already headed there. I can tell that already, because everything's kind of numbing out. But that's a 3.5.
Yeah. So my take on this is, so there's two sides of this coin, right? Like, I love sours. I'm a sour guy.
But you don't like hops.
I hate IPAs.
Yeah. And this is a double New England style IPA, which means it's juicier and it's stronger.
Yeah.
It's been double hopped. I mean, it's over the top, but that is not the prevalent note.
I think Victory, and maybe other beers are doing this, but maybe they figured out the sour is the great complement. It's the peanut butter and the chocolate.
If they cut the sour just a little and allowed a little more hop and a little less sour, like somewhere, just a small cut, that's a 4, is how good this beer is.
Yeah,
it's weird.
This is a 3.5 all day, and I kind of want to give it a 4 because I've never seen anyone do this before, and I just like that they actually crushed it. They literally, the last Victory we did, we all hated, put as one of the worst beers we ever had.
I really like that. It's my favorite Victory beer by far. This
beer's amazing.
It's really interesting.
It's delicious.
It does have some skunkiness, though. And I mean fart skunkiness, like a hard skunkiness, but it's mostly sour.
It finishes sour and not furry. I don't have the furry IPA mouth.
Inhale through your mouth. Do you pick up on the furriness at the very back, though, from the double IPA?
Maybe a hint, but it's not a lot.
So I'm saying it's a double IPA, and if you really breathe it in, you can tell it's there. It's a really wild beer. I don't know if everyone would like this, but everyone should try it. It's that good. It's a cherry hop sour kid.
Yeah. I would highly recommend this.
Are you going to give it 3.5 or 4? If it's 3.5 and 3.5, it's very simple. It's just a 3.5. If it's a 4,
if it's a 4 and a 3.5, then it's a 3.75.
Just makes the math harder.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Fuck me. Really?
In that in that I've never had this style before, and I think it's pretty damn
So
genius.
do you think if more people came out with sour hop beers, you would have to reevaluate?
Yeah.
Is part of it the novelty because you've never had it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
But I do think it's really good, too. Like, it tastes fine. Like, it's very cherry tart, which I don't dislike.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
The hops cuts the sour cuts the hops.
They complement it. It's literally the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Like, it's a good, like...
That's fantastic.
They work well together.
So you're going 4.
I'll go 4.
That's a strong score.
I mean, you went 3.5. I mean, that's not far off.
No, I really do wish, like Ely and Stu would try it because I'm dying to know what they would think. I think Ely would hate it. It's my guess. That's my guess.
I may not hate it, but I think it still might be a little too hoppy.
I just think that Ely's a 2, Stu's a 2.5.
I know when I exhale, I can feel the hop. I can taste the hop.
Absolutely. It's good though.
But it's very good.
So we can't give it a full deli?
No.
Well, it's a 3.75. I mean, it's on the cusp. It's deli adjacent.
Well, it's with the two of us, we would highly recommend it.
I think everyone should try it.
Yeah.
It's the Victory Cosmic Connection Sour New England Style Dippa. Limited release series. Never mind, you'll never find it. Sorry about that, guys.
I forget where he had to go to get this. He told me, but I forgot.
Yeah, Kansas. That sucks. It's out of Pennsylvania.
You get a couple of these in your system, you're going to be feeling good.
I'm feeling good. I'm going to erase that whole segment about feeling sad. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Turn that frown upside down.
Yeah, I've definitely got some
have you
artificial
finished
endorphins. I'm almost done.
I'm almost done with mine.
Because the truth is, though, that I had to take like 8 sips before I honestly knew where I stood, because going from a Miller Lite, I knew the first sip was a waste.
Yeah.
By the second sip, I was like, all right, I'm very intrigued. By the third sip, though, I was like, wait a minute, I'm starting to like this. By that 5th, 6th, 7th sip, I was like,
nah, man,
there's cherries going on.
Yeah.
There's all this stuff, because you can't pick up a flavor profile on a sour until you've adjusted.
Yeah. Gotta recalibrate the taste buds.
Yeah, I'm standing by the cherry, though.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's very good. Chase it down if you can.
Yeah, good luck, people. I have a bad feeling that one's going to be hard to find,
Yeah.
but that's pretty tasty, dude.
Thank you, Billy.
Yeah, thank you, Billy. I appreciate that.
And thanks to any listener that wants to donate beer for the...
I'm still giving shout-outs to Flo.
Yeah.
Because we still have another couple, delis coming from him. So, shout-out to Flo. Shout-out to Billy.
J-Flo.
Quick shout-out to Nectar Sunglasses. They got a whole new situation dropping. I was talking to Sean the other day.
We haven't been plugging them like we should. We should definitely... We're still Nectar guys. We're still
Nectar guys, but they, they've been so busy doing their thing that we haven't been talking about doing the promotion because he's been so busy with his other stuff. So consider this a non-paid plug. Really excited about what's coming.
Yeah.
With Nectar, they've changed up kind of the I wouldn't know what to call it. The stuff in the plastic.
Yeah.
He's got some new stuff, and they've changed up the names on a lot of things. But apparently, an entire new lineup is about to drop. It's going to be a whole new situation.
Exciting.
And it's still 30% off with
30%.
ITPH. If you drop ITPH in the coupon code, you get 30% off. So we'll have to have Sean back on. Because
Already reasonably priced and super stylish. And, I mean, my buddy Adam and his wife rock them. I know a ton of people rock them, like, not just our inner sanctum. Like, I know a lot of people now that are on the Nectar train. Like, look. Get Ray-Bans like every other Joe Schmo or Oakleys. Come on. Like,
cost us.
Yeah.
Spend $300.
Yeah. Or buy 5 pairs of Nectars and put one in every car and one in every freaking bag you have. Like,
I have a pair of Nectars in every glove box of every car.
For sure.
And they're just my, like, in case I don't have the other Nectars that are my favorite Nectars.
Yeah.
Because then if I get in the car and I'm like, oh, I need a... Damn right.
Oh, my kids have all my old Nectars. Like, when I'm done, I'm like, here, and then, you broke them, you lost them? I don't care. Good. Like,
you know what I gave my daughter for Christmas? She was complaining about when she stares at screens forever.
Oh, you got her blue light ones?
I got her some bitchin'. she had her Amazon wish list, and she had a pair of blue light glasses that she wanted.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't want anyone to buy her those. So I deleted it from her Amazon wish list over Christmas. And then I ordered her the approximation from Nectar, like as far as the frames were. I think I've got an 11-year-old like pimping Nectars to all the elementary school kids. It's awesome.
We could be running that elementary school game.
That's right. She's like, oh no, these are Nectars.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're damn right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's so proud because now she has like a pair of cool Nectars.
Yeah.
It was a lot more relevant when they were at home school, when they were staring at a screen all day. But even now, they make them stare at screens in school. It's crazy.
I just found that out.
Like now they're just making them sit in a classroom.
Yeah, there's like 2 kids in one of my son's classes that opted not to go back to school. So for whatever, I think it's math, like the 10 or 12 kids in class, she still has to teach it virtually. So they're all the kids in class are sitting in class looking at their screen where she's on the screen for the other 2 YOLO jackasses that didn't want to come to school.
That's hilarious. Dude, speaking of YOLO, I don't mean to go back and do more sports talk. And this it's a sports
adjacent. We're the number 1 sports podcast in Richmond.
That's the word on the street. Sports adjacent. That Super Bowl parade on boats in Tampa, that's the baddest way to do a Super Bowl parade
that was awesome.
Ever. Just everyone out in their boats or standing on the side of the river or whatever that is.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, you can pull your boats up to this point. Dude, what's better than partying on a boat?
Boat parades are awesome.
There's nothing where the thought of like going downtown so you can see your team go by on a bus.
Yeah.
Where they're standing on top yelling versus sitting in a boat partying while they float by jamming music.
Or even sitting on a shore. Like
it's so much better.
You're better than standing on a street corner.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was psyched when I saw that they were doing a boat flotilla Super Bowl parade. But then the GOAT pulled the greatest move of all time. I have not passed it. Everybody's seen it by now. I'm probably not uncovering anything that no one's seen, but Tom Brady throwing the Lombardi trophy over the water, boat to boat. I saw something. It was over 70 feet deep right there.
Yeah.
If that pass had been bobbled on the other side, which we've seen Welker do that. We've seen people bobble.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he tossed the Lombardi trophy from moving boats.
Moving boat to moving boat.
That dude has confidence in his arm, even with the underhanded, while hammered on tequila, throwing a trophy.
It makes you wonder what the trophy is like actually worth. Like
a lot.
Do you think?
Well,
there's got to be more than one, right? Like there's not one Lombardi trophy floating around.
Yeah, it's not the Stanley Cup.
No.
Everyone gets to keep their Lombardi trophies. But I mean, it's not. Is it precious metal? I have no idea.
Yeah, I doubt it.
It's steel. Like my solo stove is probably made from higher grade or the same grade steel.
Yeah. It's like polished aluminum or something. Like,
but if
or it's like silver plated steel or something.
If that one went down, it would have sunk though.
Dude, somebody would have been in after it immediately, like with a scuba tank, like going after that sucker.
Oh. If I was on the shore and I saw the Lombardi trophy go in, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Only he can do that, too. Like, even if, like, another quarterback did that, they'd be chastised. But Tom Brady is like, classic Tom Brady. What a cool guy.
Dude, when you've had 7 of them, I think you feel comfortable. But, like, a guy like Mike Evans was probably like, no!
Yeah.
You know?
There's so many great stats from the Super Bowl. One, Tom Brady now with 7 has more than every other franchise. Insane.
And more than like half the franchises combined.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a bunch of franchises that have never even been to a Super Bowl.
Oh, Miller Lite tastes like crap after
that. Yeah. Another one. What was the other one I heard that was so damn awesome? Oh, that was the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career, high school, college, and pros, that he's not scored a touchdown. First game.
Yeah, I didn't take that prop bet. Didn't need to. Cleaned up.
Who would have thought? no one would have thought that.
No, that's like that dude's a winner. He'll win again. I'm not worried about him. But he'll never get to float because he's
God.
It tastes horrible, doesn't it?
Dude, that Miller Lite is trash now.
It's really bad.
Oh my oh.
I really like those beers.
God, that is bad.
Yeah, dude. The Victory Cosmic Concoction is dope.
Yeah, do not go back to a cheap beer after. Holy cow.
Get yourself some kind of get a Sam 76, something that'll bring you down slowly.
Or like go brush your teeth and start back over at square one. Like that was I'm scared to even take another sip now, but
I'm sure
I'll fight through.
I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work out. But yeah, man, watching him throw that trophy every single time that came up in my feed, I watched it again.
Yeah.
Because everyone had different angles of him throwing it. I was just blown away that I'm like, this guy, that's a dude who's held it 7 times that he can think, yeah, I'll throw it to Gronk's boat. Why not?
Do you think he just assumes any throw he can make?
I would.
like he's across the kitchen and he's like,
and you watch
throw something in the trash or,
yeah.
He probably just he probably thinks he can make 100% of his throws.
And the truth is, if there was a contest and it was like Mahomes and him, I'd probably take Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's just not how it works out, though.
No.
That killer instinct, that's different in him versus because he motivates people in a different way.
That dude, man.
Mahomes was throwing shit like literally horizontal to the ground.
Yeah.
And throwing darts that people were missing.
He was smacking shit off people's face masks and they weren't catching it. It was crazy.
It was a bad day. It
was his worst day of playing football.
And he was still awesome, but
yeah.
Bad day. But everyone should be floating and doing that. Anytime you're on a boat, it's better.
Boats are awesome. Did you see him getting
escorted,
handled? I don't know what you say. Where like I guess that dude's job is just to maintain. Like,
well, you got to think that now Tom Brady's a dude who doesn't drink 364 days a year.
How many White Claws do you have today?
Yeah, that dude doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Party like that. I mean, you've seen him in interviews and talk about it. He's like, no. It's I'm in training mode. And they're like, the season ended 4 days ago. Yeah. And he's like, yeah. This is the beginning of training mode.
Next season.
Like I'm now focused on the next season. But he gets that day. He gets those like 2-3 days. And he just gets after it. And man, he was staggering out of there. That dude was carrying him out back to it.
Yes.
And
we've all been there.
Still had a big shit-eating grin on his face.
Happy as hell.
Respect that man. I hated him not long ago. Respect him now.
Can you imagine?
Of course, I'm rich now because of him. I'm just filthy rich.
Yeah, that's right. Can you imagine being Tom Brady and have all the success that he's had, and then his wife is worth twice as much as he is?
Yeah, because he's no dummy.
But, like, he's, like, literally done things that no one's ever done, and his wife is worth twice as much as him.
Yeah.
And what's she done?
Look like her. It's amazing. You know what has more value?
You gotta love the USA.
You know what has more value in this world?
Looking like her.
Just looking like her.
Yeah.
A pretty woman has more value than anything a man can do.
Setting
basically.
all the records in a sport that's been around for however many years.
That's basically it. You can be the alpha male and a pretty woman. We respect that more. She was literally just born that way. And we're like, oh yes. Just
He's
perfect.
been in 10 of the 55 Super Bowls. There's only been 55, and he's been in 10 of them. And mind you, that's been in 20 years. So, like, that's just crazy.
Pretty impressive.
People keep comparing Mahomes to him. I'm like, no one will ever do what he's done. No one.
I'm hesitant to say no one because, things happen. But I agree. I doubt in my lifetime I see it.
Dude, fucking Dan Marino made it to a Super Bowl like his rookie year.
Never came back.
Like,
yeah.
It's okay. He lost. So he's going to be back. And, I mean, he never made it back. Like,
but you're discrediting science. He has had the luxury of science to help him.
So you think Mahomes will have more science?
Yeah. And I think if Mahomes is that good of a leader, because that's what it is, that's the intangible, the leadership.
Yeah, but you don't
steroids, man.
You don't see dynasties like the
that was the craziness.
Speaking of steroids, before you move on, because I see you looking down, no one ever mentions that with him.
You're crazy to think that he hasn't been doing.
No, I think it, but no one ever. Everyone just
because he doesn't look big. But you know who else doesn't look big? Everybody in the Tour de France.
Yeah,
everybody. You know who doesn't look big? Every track star outside of Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
in the history of track stars.
Most baseball players.
Yeah, but you still at least had big ones, so you could go, hey, wait a minute. You with your 4 extra hat sizes in the last 5 years. What is that about?
Yeah.
Like, at least you saw some of it. I think he just focused on a different kind of steroid.
But there's still a way around it. If there's a system, there's a way to beat the system.
And especially if it's a steroid they're not looking for.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting big, so they're testing for all of that.
Yeah.
There's other ways to make your body recover.
For sure.
Yeah, the fact that he has a nutritionist and his own special workout guy that was outside of his team that's always been by his side. That's the Balco guy.
Yeah.
That's the guy with the different steroids. If anything, he's like blood doping or something. Like there's
have
something.
You seen the pictures of him? Like they showed like pictures of him every year, and like he looks better at 43 and healthier than he did at 23. Like
he was
crazy.
He was a chubby little shit.
I know, but like he just looks way healthier, even at 33. Like he is literally like wine getting better with age. Like physically, like. Science, if we're going to talk science, is that's not how it works.
Though that is how it works. If you have the right
science.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm saying left to our own devices, that's not how it works.
Well, he eats 3 fetuses a week. I mean, do you know how difficult that is?
How hard it is to get those?
Yeah, I mean that is difficult stuff.
I will say this in his defense and in
You don't have stem cell smoothies, dude?
Tour de France, what's his name? Tour de France guy. We were just
Lance Armstrong?
Yeah. Look, all these guys put the work in, too. It's not as simple as take the drug and voila.
But a lot of guys don't put in the work. He puts in the work, and I guarantee he's got the best steroids or supplements in the game. And they're all blurring the line. Look, everyone has forgotten that this is the guy who deflated footballs. That this is the guy who has cheated he's been caught in cheating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he's been caught in cheating scandals. If you don't think this guy lives outside the lines, then you're not paying attention.
Yeah, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not even mad. Just cheat better, damn it. I want champions.
But no one in the journal, no one in the newspaper world, no one in journalism. No one in journalism ever brings it up or has looked into it.
They don't because he's a different kind of steroid. I truly believe that. He's taking steroids that aren't detectable because they're a different level of steroid. It's not a bulk situation.
But nobody even brings it up like, hey, what are the chances? You know, like.
Yeah, he's blood doping, letting the body recover quickly. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not mad.
No.
But I'm saying I do think that you may see it again because of the advances in that kind of that.
Yeah, Mahomes might play to 50.
I don't know. I don't think I think there's a leadership angle. He's a George Patton. You know what I mean? Like he's a leader amongst men.
Yeah, he is one of those guys that people follow.
Yeah.
And it is another stat that I heard that was crazy. Everyone that scored in that game
wasn't on the team
the team before the season. Isn't that crazy?
Because people follow leaders.
Did you hear about the dude who was on Kansas City last year? And I forget, he's a famous player. He was on Kansas City last year, won a Super Bowl, didn't play a snap. And then signed with Tampa Bay this year and won a Super Bowl and didn't play a snap.
Respect.
I forget who it was because I wish
that's
you remember who it was.
That's my MO right there.
Well, the guy was actually had a great career, but he's older, and he's just a backup now.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just chase Tom Brady around. Be with Mahomes for a little, then go chase Tom Brady. Next year, he'll go with Aaron Rodgers. Like that's his MO.
I heard on the radio tonight, Evans said he'd take a pay cut and come back next year and play again with him.
See? Leader,
yeah.
That's the difference.
And Tom Brady's always taking pay cuts.
Yeah, that's the difference. Speaking of leaders, have you seen how the this generation was it Gen Z?
I can't even keep up with all the generations.
They're crapping on the millennials. The millennials are aging out now. They are not cool.
Oh, they're the old people?
Dude, millennials are gross. They're old news. They're old.
Well, aren't you and I on the, depending on what you look at,
I'm on the Gen X millennial cusp. But well, you know what? I've always said, no, I'm Gen X. Because I didn't want to be part of the generation getting shit on. Now that millennials are getting shit on, bro, millennial. You want to always. You don't want to be on that. You don't want to be the one pointing that people are pointing fingers at. You want to be in the group pointing fingers.
Yeah,
that's the place to be. You know.
So
holier than thou.
So the younger kids are basically boomering the millennials now.
Yeah.
For what? What I mean, millennials suck. We all
for
know
the
this.
one thing that I've always thought was ridiculous. I'm okay with jeans getting tighter. But the true skinny jean on a dude,
oh God,
like the true skinny jean, you know what I'm saying? Like I see their thighs, I see their calves.
Yeah.
Look, this was ridiculous. This is like jeggings on dudes.
Yeah.
On women,
and they're like low rise, and like they don't look good.
Never liked it on dudes. I'm always like, you kind of look like an asshole.
Yeah.
But I understood that like a more.
And they kind of got high for a little while too. Like they started, it was acceptable like to have your ankle and sock showing. Like.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. It's like, wait, what?
And I get this on women. Like, I get it on women.
Dude, women have amazing legs.
Exactly right. So it's like, I get it on women. Like, they've always had some form of it. Like, from stirrup pants to yoga pants to skinny
to
jeans.
Leggings, jeggings.
Women
tights.
are always going to have some of this. But I noticed something a while back on the VMA Awards, right? Justin Bieber came out.
Okay, boomer.
So Justin Bieber came out. This was probably like 6 months ago. And he came out and he was wearing baggy-ass carpenter jeans. And I think I remember showing you the picture.
Yeah.
And I said to the guys who were in here, I said, guys, great news.
Yeah.
We can pull out all of our pants from the 90s.
Yes.
Because Justin Bieber just came out wearing baggy pants. Like, I think they're back. And my wife laughed at me. She goes, you're crazy, because I showed her a picture, because I took a picture out here.
I remember that, yeah.
And I was like, yes, they're coming back. And she's like, no, he's just trying to be different. I was like, no. He's trying to stay ahead of it because he's aging.
Yeah.
That he needs to make his move.
I can't tell you how many years straight I had of only carpenter jeans.
And that's what you said. You said, oh, wow, they're carpenter. I didn't even pick up on the fact that it had the little loop for the hammer.
Yeah, and the other pocket for the screwdrivers.
Yeah,
like,
I just saw that they were baggy.
Yeah.
And I was ecstatic. Well, then a few weeks ago, I noticed that JNCOs are back. Now, if you remember what a JNCO is,
I was never a JNCO guy.
No, because we weren't that hardcore.
No,
but the JNCO, for those that don't know, back in the 90s when you would have raves,
JUNCO,
KO, CO,
I think it's CO.
CO, yeah, JNCO.
Look that shit up. If you don't know, you probably
know.
The
JNCO pants, they get more expensive the wider they go at the bottom. And they would get ridiculously wide.
Oh, the bottom of the leg for each one would be bigger than a waist.
So I looked up JNCOs the other night. You can get everything from like.
Do they size them like that? Like
yeah. So you get the 24s, you get like the 28s, the 32s, the 36, and then like the
and
big
that's not
dog.
the waist size. That's the
that's the bottom.
That's the bottom of the leg.
So the big dogs are like the 42s. That's like the JNCO Extreme.
How much denim goes into that? Holy cow.
Oh God, you got to kill so many denims just to do it. You know, like how many denims do you have to kill to make a pair of JNCOs?
All the denims.
All the denims. So
R.I.P. denims.
I'm sorry, guys, they're coming back.
Yep. Get
so
your denim tags.
When I started noticing JNCOs showing up in photos in different places, I was like, wait a minute. Now I've seen Bieber in the wide jean. I've seen the JNCOs are starting to come back. Well, now just this week, some of like the Gen Z tastemakers have been like calling out the millennials, like
for their tight pants.
What are you doing with your tight pants? Everyone's wearing baggy pants now. Now there's this undercurrent coming up, and it's not over yet. Like you'll still see skinny jeans. But I bet you don't see skinny jeans on dudes ever again, because we're the first ones. Our egos are fragile.
Regulators, mount up. It's our time. Let's go.
Dude, I am so psyched because on Halloween this year, I went upstairs in the attic and I found my old 90s jeans because I was going to be a boy band dude from the 90s.
Yes.
Which I ended up just being a really ridiculous wrestler from like Mexico. A luchador.
Yeah, luchador.
I had my luchador mask, had my tight stuff on. But I tried on all my jeans. I was like, yo, they still fit. And I was like, boy, they sure are baggy. And now I'm like, yes, they're coming back. Dude, I've got an entire wardrobe of baggy jeans.
That's awesome.
I'm back.
I'm
about to be
win
set.
it, dude. Yeah.
Already, though, I never went with the tight jeans. I just went with some slightly tighter jeans.
Yeah.
Dude, we're back.
Mostly because that's what you could buy. Like, it wasn't even like you had a choice. Like, that's what was out there.
Yeah, but now I got to get rid of all these jeans.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get on the early train of the wider jeans. I think I'm going back. I'm
That's
going
awesome,
wide.
dude.
Like it's the revolution is happening. They're calling out the millennials. They're pointing at them. And I've seen it now in multiple places online just naturally. And now I'm seeing the actual groundswell in social media.
Let's make it an ITPH thing. We'll all just start rocking our Carpenter jeans again.
I'll never go Carpenter. I don't.
You weren't a Carpenter guy?
I never had the hoop. I always went with the Lucky jeans. And like even when they were baggy, I remember getting made fun of in college. This one girl was like, your jeans are so tight. And I'm like, bro, these aren't even like tight jeans.
Yeah.
Like I know a tight jean. And nowadays I'm like, see, that's a tight jean.
Yeah.
Those jeans were baggy, but they weren't baggy enough.
Yeah.
Now we'll see how extreme it goes. I wonder if JNCOs will ever truly come back.
JNCOs never look good on anyone.
They're the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
That's how you knew like who had drugs at the rave.
Yes.
You'd be like,
exactly.
oops,
Yeah.
oops. Hey, there's a guy with some JNCOs. Go over there, slip him $20.
Yeah, you need some pills. That guy's got you covered.
That guy's got nothing but pills inside those big pockets that go down to his knees. Pocket full of pills.
Nothing he can't carry.
That's exactly right. But the fat jeans coming back.
Nice.
So I might start rocking some of the wider legs and see if I can act like I'm on the cusp.
I think you should. You're young enough.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm kind of a trendsetter.
Yeah. With that mustache, you'll look totally normal.
Oh, that's the worst thing. I've got this like hipster mustache. Hipsters are dead.
Yeah.
Hipsters, like, they got their hoops in their ears.
They should be dead. That's an awful, awful trend.
Hipsters got their big old gauges in their ears, fucking pushing strollers. It's over.
Yeah.
They're done. They're done.
Yeah.
They're not going to clubs. Well, no one's going to clubs.
No.
Except for the people in the fucking fat jeans who don't get COVID.
Yeah.
So they're out there running the show.
Got all that extra denim on you.
Dude, we're killing denims. We're killing denims left and right. We're making the fattest jeans possible. So my word of advice to everybody out there, get your fat jeans up.
Yeah.
Get your skinny or get your wide legs out.
Tired of the skinny ones for 20 years. They'll come back.
Oh, they will, because
Yeah.
here all of a sudden I'm going up there getting jeans out of the attic that are about to be hip as shit.
Yeah.
I'm psyched about this.
I think you should get out ahead of it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to look like a follower.
You never have been.
I'm not much of a follower. Not much of a follower.
Set your own rules.
I always like to kind of
You're a renegade like
to put it out there, be a little different, and then let everyone catch up.
Yeah.
So I'm giving everybody out there the heads up. Get your wide leg jeans out. Get that kind of the boxy look, or even spread out a little bit. Get them JNCOs if you want to be crazy. Now, I'm not saying go JNCO.
Yeah, we're never gonna be pro JNCO.
I'm just not a JNCO guy. I never was. But
look, I don't listen to that music. I don't live that lifestyle.
No, I never like to fucking sit in a bathroom stall on the ground in a K-hole.
No,
in my JNCOs.
no,
Oops, 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 oops.
No.
I can barely hear the music, bro.
I don't want to wear neon backpacks and dye my hair weird colors and.
Oh, fuck that, dude. I'm getting a cat and one of those like backpacks that has like the cat house in it. It's
Yeah.
a clear spot. I'm gonna carry the cat around in my JNCOs, dude. I mean, fucking dope.
You'll fit right in.
I'm gonna be styling, dude.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, look at that young guy over there.
He doesn't look old at all.
Yeah, not one
He
bit.
must dye his beard white like that.
Dude, that guy got plastic surgery to look older. Dude, so fucking
He's so ahead of the game.
Actually, I'm only 19, dude. I got these crow's feet, these bags. I put all this here on purpose.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna look dope. I'm seriously excited. Like I'm good. I might even start breaking out. Like I have old '90s flannels that are like baggier and like sweaters that are baggier. Maybe I should get ahead of that trend too.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Oh man.
Bring back the loose tuck.
It's been 30 years.
Remember the loose tuck when you wore those jeans and you had a like button up shirt or something? And you tuck it in, but then you like puff it all out around like you had to.
Oh, dude.
Like you didn't want to look all buttoned up and like tight. Like you had to be like cool.
You know what I'm gonna say right now though? No, it's not coming back. The braided leather belt. So don't go get your braided leather belt.
Should have never been in.
Just get your baggy pants.
That thing's awful.
I'm just trying to let people know where the line is.
Yeah.
Because I'm hip. I know this stuff.
Yeah, you know.
I'm saying get your baggy pants. Do not get your braided belt. Now you've nailed it.
What other fashion tips do you have?
Psst, crooked teeth. Because I'm rocking them.
If it has belt loops, wear a belt.
Yes, absolutely.
That drives me crazy.
Look, we're saving people over here. We're hooking them up.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we do.
It's kind of what I think we do.
We solve first world problems.
It took us an hour and 30 minutes, and we just solved a first world problem for you guys. Baggy pants are back. Get after it. And if we can get a deal with JNCO, we will. But I don't think you should be wearing JNCOs.
Get that ITPH. Look, if they have a coupon code, throw it in there. You never know.
Drop ITPH in the JNCO page. You'll be set. I think we're probably more like the Britches Great Outdoor crowd.
I was always a structure guy, but unfortunately, can't get that anymore.
If you go to Big Dogs, drop ITPH in the coupon code.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Look, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope everybody out there is doing as well as possible. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you hadn't had a chance, head over to Facebook? That's a good spot. Head over to the Facebook page, Instagram, ITPH podcast. Or
Venmo, if you're really feeling froggy.
What's that Venmo?
At Inside the Pallet House.
That would be fantastic. We'll always take your cash. And if you haven't had a chance to send us any topics or things you want to talk about, you can always do so at insidethepallethouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Look, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Rate and review.
Rate and review. Good call.
We'll talk. The least you can do.
Seriously, guys, literally. Not asking a lot. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
Surprisingly, yes. I do think we pulled it off. Seriously, guys, get those wide leg jeans. You don't want to look like a follower.